Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the analysis of YOLENO TV. I hope you're well from wherever you're watching this channel. Now, currently, there's a crisis in South Sudan whereby it's alleged that Riek Machar, who is the first vice president of South Sudan, was put under house arrest by Salva Kiir's forces. Now, this matter has escalated tension in South Sudan, and the move made William Samoei Ruto to consult his counterpart in Uganda, and I'm talking about Yoweri Museveni, on whether there was need to deploy RAILA Odinga as a special envoy to deal with this issue of South Sudan. Now, guess what? Museveni agreed, and RAILA Odinga was deployed there, and what has that he already arrived. So there's also a developing story where we are told that Mahmoud Ali Yusuf also deployed a contingent of wise men to go and deal with the same scenario. So this thing, the manner in which these deployments are being done, the double deployment, one, about Raila Odinga, two, about Mahmoud Yusuf's wise men who are going there to try to contain the scenario, the situation, and to de-escalate this tension that is being witnessed in South Sudan. So in this analysis, ladies and gentlemen, I want us to go to this double deployment which has been done and how comes Raila was deployed and at the same time Mahmoud Ali Yusuf quickly deployed a team from AU. Before we continue this analysis, kindly, ladies and gentlemen, like this video. It's so important because if you like this video, that is the only YouTube shares our content. Subscribe to our channel if you are not subscribed before, and to existing subscribers, thank you so much for your support. This urgency with which RUTO acted and Mahmoud Ali Yusuf acted is what has gotten me concerned. It would have been better if at all Mahmoud Ali Yusuf, in consultation with the East African chairperson, who is William Samoei Ruto, if they had consulted each other and probably come up with a name about someone who is supposed to deal with that issue to de-escalate the tension there, maybe ingekuwa afadhali, just like the case of DRC. You know, DRC case, Uhuru was nominated to go there, ili a deal na situation. You know what happened? So the case of South Sudan, naona kama kuna some kind of geopolitics being witnessed here, because Riek Machar was put under house arrest. And let me just take you through this story first before we can react on why we think there's some kind of tension between the East African chair and the AU chair because of how these deployments have been done. But first of all, let me take you through this, which I believe is a reason why Salva Kiir could have deployed forces there to try to deal with the Riek Machar. So it's alleged that the first president, Riek Machar, called for international intervention to rescue the deteriorating security situation in South Sudan and questioned the legitimacy of Ugandan troops deployment in a letter to the UN Secretary General Antonio Guterres. So what that means is that there were presence of the Ugandan forces in South Sudan. So that could be the reason why Riek Machar looked at the whole situation and realized that Salva Kiir was trying to play games here. Because according to the agreement, which based on this story, according to the UN Security Council resolution of 2024-2028, which extended in May 2024, imposed arms embargo on South Sudan. So these troops that came to South Sudan, it's believed that they were heavily armed with a lot of weapons which could only indicate that Salva Kiir was trying to do something about containing the pressure that was seen from Salva Kiir, not from Riek Machar. So Machar's letter was copied to the Commission of African Union Peace and Security Council Bankole Adeoye, and IGAD chairperson Ismail Omar Gule said the presence of foreign forces in South Sudan is a grave violation of the 2018 peace agreement. And it says that later, Ugandan military entered South Sudan fully equipped with armored and Air Force units in violation of UN Security Council Resolution 2024-2028 extended in May 2024, which imposed an arms embargo on South Sudan. So that is what the letter reads like. Then the SPLM leader said the Ugandan forces have been taking part in airstrikes against civilians in Longchuk, Nasir, and Ulang in Upper Nile State and Akobo County in Jonglei State. So, in very few words, ladies and gentlemen, what is happening here is that Riek Machar was arrested, put under house arrest first, and what has it that there were forces which, first of all, went to Riek Machar's residence, and then they took over the security of that place. Then they put the house under, house, or they put the occupants of that house or that residence under house arrest, and that is how the problem started. Now we know that RAILA Odinga is going there. Of course, RAILA and Salva Kiir have been buddies for so long, but of course we know that RAILA also has some close relationship with Riek Machar, and this is the reason why maybe RUTO picked RAILA Odinga to go and oversee this peace mission as a special envoy. But one thing is that Ugandan president has been also consulted in this matter. But if you look at the letter from Riek Machar, Uganda is part of the reason why this tension is being witnessed in South Sudan. That is according to Riek Machar's letter. So what again this letter tells us is that this story tells us that Mahmoud Ali Yusuf picked the wise men, people he called wise men. That is, I think, based on the history, this is a body that was formed in 2007, and the main reason is to deal with these guns. You can remember part of Mahmoud Ali Yusuf's manifesto was how to deal with this issue of guns. Now we are confronted with a scenario whereby South Sudan might escalate, tension in South Sudan might escalate as a result of this house arrest. So I think this is the reason why RAILA has been deployed there. So the big question is, the double deployment is what is concerning. If there was any good relationship between AU chair and East African chair, probably would have seen joint deployment, whereby a team is headed there to try to talk to the, two leaders. For example, in this particular scenario, because this is an East African affair, but again it's an AU affair, AU would have come under East Africa. That is what I'm thinking. Probably maybe someone from the East African who knows the region well would have been the one to chair that meeting so that they can come up with a solution to the issue. Because one thing is that Riek Machar is telling us about arms embargo which was imposed on the South Sudan, but Salva Kiir is not honoring that deal. That is why Uganda has been seen to be interfering in the issue of South Sudan. Now wamekuja pale na heavy artillery. Kuna airstrikes, according to Machar, airstrikes. Yani kuna villages which are being attacked by these forces. That is the concern of Riek Machar. So what we are seeing here is similar to what we saw in Uganda with Besigye. Maybe Salva Kiir is trying to deploy the tactics of Museveni in Uganda to the same tactics to be seen in South Sudan, so that Salva Kiir totally puts Riek Machar's ambitions, or rather buries Riek Machar's ambition, because honestly speaking, Riek Machar is still has ambitions of becoming the president. So they will face off in the ballot. That is what I think that is going to happen. They will face off in the ballot. So we can say that if this letter from Machar is true, then most likely Uganda, Museveni is trying to help Salva Kiir in this issue. But I'm not saying that I'm sure, But this is just something that I'm thinking. If, for example, forces are there helping Salva Kiir, then why is it the case? Simply, it's because that is the reason why that is happening is because they are trying to help Salva Kiir. So, ladies and gentlemen, just go below in the comment section and tell us what you think about this development. RAILA is in South Sudan. At the same time, AU chair has deployed wise men to deal with this issue in South Sudan. So, which side will Salva Kiir honor? That is something that you need to think about, ladies and gentlemen. So, perhaps if you're watching this video and you've not subscribed, take 1 second and subscribe, like this video. Until you catch up again, stay safe and stay blessed.